Water Board Works meeting to order for Wednesday, July 8th at 6:31. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, Mr. Troxel.
Yes, Mr. President. Councilman Thomas Schmidt.
Here.
Councilman Kevin Conley.
Present.
Councilman Rob Getzloff.
Present.
Councilman Caleb Johnson.
Present.
Councilwoman Robin Arbonitis.
Here.
Thank you. Attorney David Austin.
Present.
Fire Chief Robert Patterson.
Here.
Police Chief Pete Sormas.
Here.
Park Superintendent Irene Morales.
Here.
IT AJ Garcia. Nice Engineering Neil Simpstad.
Here.
Public Works Director Chad Nondorf.
Here.
Director of Operations Andy Hansen. Town Manager Jim Gorman.
Here.
Recording Secretary Robin Teal. And Clerk Treasurer Michael Troxel here.
Thank you, Mr. Troxel. So the Water Board consists of three members, myself, Councilman Tom Schmidt, and Councilman Kevin Conley. So at this time, we will take Councilwoman Robin Arbonitis and Councilman Caleb Johnson off the roll call. With that being said, the minutes of the June 9, 2026 public meeting, pleasure of the board.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries 3-0. Any additional claims, Mr. Troxel?
No additional claims, Mr. President.
Motion to approve claims.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries 3-0. Reports from staff, Mr. Gorman?
No reports, Mr. President.
Water Work Board members?
No report.
There is no old business. Under new business is to consider entering into agreement with Dixon Engineering related to the Anna Water Tower structural repair and recoding project, authorizing the town council president to sign the agreement when the applicable, and authorize the clerk treasurer and town manager to finalize and sign all other documents relating to the project. Andy?
Yes, this is for the Anna Water Tower structural repair and recoding project. Dixon Engineering will be working with our town engineer and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineer, where we received a grant. They're going to be doing their technical specs for this project and doing some survey work. Estimated cost of this agreement is $95,000. This portion of it will be 100% on the town. There was some discussion had earlier today about some questions. My recommendation would be to defer this till next month.
Okay, thank you, Andy. Pleasure of the board.
Mr. President, move to defer this item.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries 3-0. At this time, I will take any business from the floor regarding waterworks. Any business from the floor? Any business from the floor? Seeing none, hearing none, this meeting is adjourned. We'll now move into stormwater.
Good evening. I'd like to call to order the Stormwater Board meeting for July 8th, 2026 at 6:35 p.m. Roll call is slightly different, still three members, but three different members consisting of myself, Tom Schmidt, and Robin Arbonitis. First item is the minutes of the June 9th, 2026 public meeting.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Minutes. Do I need to do a roll call with her?
Yes.
I have to
Yes.
do a roll call. Roll call, please.
Roll call would be is Mr. Conley.
Nope, just the three of us, me, Tom, and Robin.
Okay, Mr. Schmidt.
Yes.
Mrs. Arbonitis.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes. Minutes are approved. Claims. Mr. Clerk Treasurer, are there any additional claims?
No additional claims, Mr. President.
So move on claims.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Would you do roll call, please?
Yes. Mr. Schmidt.
Yes.
Mrs. Arbonitis.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes. Claims are approved. Any reports from staff on stormwater?
We do have one report from Mr. Nondorf.
Mr. Nondorf.
Good evening, everybody. Almost 18 inches of rain has fallen in the last 5 weeks. We're very close this season to our 2025 total for the year already. We've identified some areas throughout town in which stormwater infrastructure reviews are going to be taking place. Myself, town administrators, along with Nice Engineering, will be working on solutions to some of the recent flooding that's occurred as a result of these rainfalls in June and July of 2026.
Thanks, sir.
You're welcome.
Any reports from council members? Hearing none, there's no old business, no new business. Any business from the floor regarding stormwater? Any business from the floor? This meeting is adjourned.
Call to order the redevelopment commission meeting for Wednesday, July 8th, 2026. The time is 6:37 p.m. The redevelopment commission consists of the entire town council, and Nicole Kelly, our advisor from the Lake Central School Board, is here as well. Minutes of the June 9th, 2026 public meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Need a roll call?
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff?
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Conley?
Yes. This is 5-0. Claims, any additional claims?
No additional claims, Mr. President.
Motion to pay the claims?
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff?
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Conley?
Yes. Thank you. Passes 5-0. Any reports from staff on redevelopment?
No reports, Mr. President.
All right, council members?
Nothing at this time?
No.
Okay, we have no old business or new business. Any business from the floor regarding redevelopment?
Good evening, gentlemen. For the record, I'm Sean Pettit, 1612 East 87th Court, Maryville, Indiana. Many of you know me. I am a Ward 6 councilman in your neighboring community to the east. I'm also the Redevelopment Commission President, and what we are going to be embarking on in the town of Maryville, and I'm going to reach out to the town of Schererville, I've already reached to Highland, we are going to retain Barnes and Thornburg and London Whitty, along with Representative Julie Olthoff, to craft legislation for next year's General Assembly that will remove the sunset portion of TIF districts / allocation areas. We have one in our Meyer US 30 Maryville Road that's coming up within the next 4 to 5 years that will expire and sunset, and we will lose that 100% allocation that comes into the town of Maryville. So it's more of an FYI. I shared this with the town of Highland the other night. I'll be visiting with Dyer, Crown Point, other communities that have redevelopment commissions that we can all join together, put support behind Julie and the legislation, and see if we can't get this resolved. They've got to do something, I think you all agree, between SB1 and SEA1 and what they're doing to us municipalities in the general fund. Something's got to give down there in Indianapolis next spring. So just an FYI, I appreciate your time, gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Councilman. Any other business from the floor? Hearing none, this meeting's adjourned.
Good evening. Good evening. I'd like to call the Utility Board meeting for the town of Schererville for Wednesday, July 8th at approximately 6:40 p.m. The roll call stays the same as the redevelopment with the full council. The first item on the agenda is the minutes from the June 9th public meeting.
Motion to approve?
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Roll call, Mr. Truxell.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Conley?
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff?
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes. Next, and for the public's record, the reason why we have to take roll call on every vote in all the meetings is when you have someone that's not here physically and is remote, it's mandated that we take roll call on each person, just so you know. Next item is claims. Any additional claims, Mr. Troxel?
No additional claims, Mr. President.
Motion to pay the claims?
Second?
We have a motion, we have a second. Roll call.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Conley?
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff?
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes. Next item is reports. Any reports from staff on utilities?
Tom, you got to do you got to say that the claims are approved.
Oh, I'm sorry. Claims are approved 5-0. Thank you.
No reports, Mr. President.
Mr. Hanson? No report. Mr. Hanson, I'm sorry, Public Works?
Nothing to report.
Town Engineer?
No reports, Mr. President.
Thank you. Council members, any reports on utilities?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No reports. We have no old business and we have no new business. Is there any business from the floor regarding utilities? Any business from the floor regarding utilities? No business from the floor. We'll move right into the town council meeting. This meeting's adjourned.
I'd like to call to order the town council meeting for Wednesday, July 8th, 2026 at 6:42 PM. I am remote from home due to a recent surgery, so I would like to pass the gavel to our Vice President, Tom Schmidt. I think it would be easier for him to chair the meeting today.
Thank you, Chair Lady Robin. We'll move
Thank
right
you.
into the town council meeting for July 8th. Starting time is 6:42. Roll call stays the same as utility with the full council. First item on the agenda is the minutes from the June 9th public meeting.
So moved?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Connolly?
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff?
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes. Next item is claims. Any additional claims for the council, Mr. Troxel?
No additional claims, Mr. President.
Motion to pay the claims?
Second?
We have a motion, we have a second. Roll call.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Connolly?
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff?
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes, motion carries 5-0 on the claims. Next on the agenda is reports. Any reports from staff? We'll work around the room. IT, AJ? Any reports? Fire chief? Police chief?
Just one announcement. Next month, August 4th, 2026, we'll have our National Night Out, as we do every year. That's our annual campaign to build police and community relationships and camaraderie within our neighborhoods, and also to work to the goal of a safer neighborhood. So that'll be at our Reeder Park location, like it is every year, at 217 Gregory Street, and the hours are 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. So if you're available, please come on out and pass the word that this year we'll have our customized bouncy house, which is a replica of a squad car. So I think it'll be a good time. So if you have time, please come on out.
Thank you, chief. Park Superintendent Irene?
I just wanted to say thank you to all department heads and staff for help with Fest and Fireworks this year for another successful year, and we'll see what happens next year.
Thank you.
Thank
You guys did a great job.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, sure did. Thanks, Irene.
Town engineer,
No reports.
Public Works, Chad?
I just wanted to give everybody an update on the two CCMG projects. 25-1, asphalt and concrete work has been completed in Eagle Ridge Estates, Novosello subdivision, Camden Woods subdivision, Fawn Valley subdivision, and on Hickory Place. Remaining streets for this CCMG are Joliet Street from Austin Avenue east to Klein Avenue, and 2 sections of Burr Street. Then we'll be coming up and we'll finish that one. Simultaneously, the second one, 2026, is started in Foxwood Villas, and that has about 6 or 7 different subdivisions for a total of 48 streets for this year.
Thank you. They look good.
Yeah, Public Works is out there doing restorations. They're working their way around. They'll get them as fast as they can.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Director of Operations, Andy?
No reports.
Town Manager, Jim?
No reports, Mr. President.
Any reports from council members?
No report.
No reports. At this time, we'll take public comments regarding agenda items. Is there any public comments regarding agenda items? No comments on agenda. We'll move right into, we have no old business. We have, first item on new business is ordinance number 2048, an ordinance authorizing the investment of public funds of the town of Schererville, Lake County, Indiana, for terms up to 5 years pursuant to the provisions of LC-5-13-9-5-7 and all matters related thereto. Mr. Troxel, is that yours?
Yes, Mr. President. 4 years ago, we passed an investment policy, And basically, based on Indiana code, that policy is available up to 4 years, and that 4 years is up this month. So this ordinance is covering two items. One, renewal of the investment policy for another 4 years, and two, allowing investments to be invested up to 5 years. The investment policy based on Indiana code only allows investments up to 2 years. And this ordinance will allow investments to go between 2 and 5 years based on Indiana code. Most of our funds are all in money market accounts, and we have an opportunity to take some of the funds that we won't be using or needing to use to extend those terms longer to get a higher yield. So that's what this does. In 4 years, we'll come back and review this. If we want to continue using the 2 to 5 year investment period again, we can renew it or not renew it at that time. But that's the basis of this ordinance.
Thank you, Mr. Chalk.
Mr. President, Mr. Clerk Treasurer, we have this ordinance in front of us. I just want to make sure that we're going to be investing no more than, the way I read it, no more than 25% of our funds into these longer-term obligations or investments, correct?
That is correct. We have approximately $38 million in short-term investments, so no more than 25%. There's roughly a little bit less than $1 million of funds that we could go out a little bit longer because we won't be using them, so that's well under the 25% threshold.
And we're going to be investing with fiduciaries that are going to be taking our interests into account here, correct?
Fiduciaries and/or certificate of deposits that we're required to go out and get bids for too, so those might be longer term, whatever the best yield I can get on that.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And also, Mr. Chalk, so on these accounts that you're investing, these are accounts that money can't be used for other things, is that correct?
There are some funds that we cannot use at all because they're debt service funds, but we can extend them out. Some are in our TIF funds, so those TIF funds can be going out to up to 2030, which is 3.5 years from now. So those are funds I'm looking at now to get a better yield on. However, there may be other funds we have in some of our accounts that we may not be using for a while. We could put some of those funds in some longer terms. So, but they'll be well under the $1 million mark there on some of those.
Thank you.
Very good.
Motion to approve ordinance 2048.
Second?
We have a motion, we have a second, roll call.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Connolly?
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff?
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes. Motion carries 5-0.
Motion to adopt ordinance 2048.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, roll call.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Connolly?
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff?
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes. Motion carries 5-0 on adoption.
Thank you all.
Item B is resolution number 2026-5, is a resolution amending the town of Schererville's hiring procedure to require entry into and execution of a commercial driver's license, which is CDL, and training reimbursement agreement as a condition of employment as required by specific departments and all matters related thereto. Mr. Hanson?
Yes, this is a 2-year agreement, similar to what we have done with the fire department regarding paramedics. Basically, we spend considerable amount of time training new employees to obtain their CDL, and we are looking to protect our investment by having the employees enter into an agreement to stay for 2 years. Otherwise, they would reimburse the town the expense of the training.
Thank you.
Motion to approve resolution 2026-5.
Second?
We have a motion and a second, roll call.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Connolly?
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff?
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. Item C is resolution 2026-6, is a resolution amending the town of Schererville's Metropolitan Fire Department hiring procedure and policy regarding entry into employment compensation bonus agreement at time of employment as members in the Schererville Metropolitan Fire Department and all matters related thereto. Mr. Hanson?
Yes, the purpose of this is to hire individuals who are already paramedics. This would allow them to immediately start working without having to miss work to go to paramedic school. Upon the employee starting employment with the department as a full-time paramedic, the department would pay $1,000 compensation bonus. Therefore, upon the completion of the second year of employment, they would receive a second $1,000, and then upon completion of the third year, they would receive the third $1,000, making the total compensation bonus of $3,000 at the end of the third year of employment. This will help with some of their staffing shortages. They'll have somebody in there right away to fill the vacancies.
Thank you.
Motion to approve Resolution 2026-6.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second.
Discussion.
Open for discussion.
Chief, is this going to help us? Are we doing enough?
There you go. As I was saying, the dollar amount may need to be increased. I think it's a little higher around the area from what I just found out. So hopefully that'll help us, entice paramedics to come this direction. That's the intent of this, but it's not always a guarantee.
So you're thinking that the surrounding communities are offering a larger bonus than what we're talking about doing here?
Yeah, I believe
$1,000?
St. John is 6,000, and somebody else around us, I believe, is 10,000. So,
That, excuse me, Chief, that's total?
total, yes.
So they get their bonus, right?
Not at instant, I believe it's the same thing, installments.
It's installments, but it's a lot higher amount.
Yeah.
Wish we had known that before we drafted this ordinance.
We have a motion, we have a second on the floor. Roll call, Mr. Troxel?
Mr. Johnson?
I'll vote in favor, but I think we're going to have to amend it.
Mr. Conley?
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff?
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes, I agree with Mr. Johnson, and I think we can look at it and increase it. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. Item D is resolution number 2026-7. Is a resolution approving entry into memorandum of understanding with the town of Dyer, Lake County, Indiana regarding cooperation and sharing of funds from an assistant to firefighters grant, AFG, and all matters related thereto. Mr. Gorman?
Thank you, Mr. President. Yeah, this is submitting a grant application jointly with the town of Dyer in hopes of purchasing new portable radios. Dyer's taking the lead on the grant. The total grant is $1,029,939.79. Schererville's total grant cost being $537,000. We need to pay 10% of that, which is $53,701.73.
Thank you.
Motion to approve Resolution 2026-7.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call?
Discussion first.
Discussion?
I just had a question. This is for new radios? Is that what it is?
Correct.
All radios for all trucks and personnel?
Trucks, stations,
Stations,
personnel.
everything.
Yeah.
Perfect, awesome. Thank you. No other discussion, sorry.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call?
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Conley?
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff?
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. Item E is consider entering an agreement with Dixon Engineering Incorporated relating to the Anna Water Tower structure repair and recoding the project. Authorize the town council president to sign an agreement when applicable and authorize the clerk treasurer and town manager to finalize and sign all documents relating to the project. This came from the Waterworks Board agenda, which was deferred from the Waterworks Board.
Motion to defer?
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Roll call?
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Conley?
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff?
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes. Motion to defer is 5-0. Thank you. Item F is consider an amendment to the agreement with Crawford, Murphy, and Tilley Incorporated Consulting Engineers relating to the Kennedy Avenue project, Federal Rail administration, grant coordination, and reporting. Authorize the town council president to sign the agreement when applicable, and authorize the clerk treasurer and town manager to finalize and sign all documents relating to the project. Mr. Hanson?
Yes, this is an agreement to our current contract with Crawford Murphy and Tilly. They're the engineer for the bridge portion at Kennedy Avenue. They are facilitating our FRA grant paperwork, documentation, as well as attending the mandatory meetings. The rest of this work is paid for by NDOT, so they're just facilitating the FRA grant portion that we are paying for.
Thank you.
Motion to approve amendment to the agreement with Crawford Murphy Tilly Consulting.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Roll call?
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Connolly?
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff?
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. Item G is consider entering an agreement with BS&A Software, LLC relating to an enterprise resource planning ERP system that will automate, integrate, and manage core daily processes, and authorize the town council president to sign the agreement. Mr. Troxel?
Thank you, Mr. President. Yes. This item, we currently have our ERP system, which manages our payroll, utility, and our financial software operations. We'll be sunsetting. We're currently with Boyce Keystone. So they recently, in the last couple of years, were purchased by BS&A, purchased the current operation that we're currently doing. And they gave us a proposal to look at a cloud-based system for our ERP system. And this will not only replace what we currently are doing, but it also enhances some other departments, human resources, along with it'll allow for our community development, our planning and building area to be more automated and handle a lot of their processes there. We put a team together and we reviewed this particular proposal along with another company, Tyler Technologies. In reviewing both of their proposals and what they were offering, we went ahead and the team did our due diligence, questioned the items that were concerning to us regarding the process. This particular process allowed us to look at and recommend to the council here the BS&A proposal other than the Technologies proposal. That proposal is it has a one-time cost, which includes the migration, integration, and training of $168,340. And that's paid one time over a period of time, over a year time for that. There are recurring costs, which handle our annual fees regarding the annual processes that we have, are $94,235. In perspective, we currently pay for this system, which is non-cloud based and not as robust as what this is, about $20,000 a year. We also have about 6 different other software programs that we pay annually for that will go away when we do this. That totaled $88,000. So basically, a little over $5,500 is what the increase is annually for this ERP program to be put in place. And they will train us, they will come out in training and so forth. And we're familiar with BS&A with their current product and platform that they have with us today. So recently, as of today, there were some questions that came up on cybersecurity, which Councilman Johnson and I and the sales rep with BS&A and also their director of business operations talked about. And there's some things in there that they've updated in this proposal regarding handling of how they handle some of our cybersecurity information. There's a few items there that they're also looking at to see how they can help out with our concerns regarding some cybersecurity items, and will be forthcoming to us. So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions or anything else that might be of interest to anybody.
My question to you, Mr. Troxel, so you're recommending to go with this, as long as you can get, you're satisfied with the answers that they give you on the questions you have.
They, yes, they actually provided us to us late this afternoon in an email regarding the things that they're making changes to. And there's a few items there that they haven't completed yet, that they can't do it in the short term that they were looking at today on that. So yes, the recommendation for myself and the committee would be to move forward on this. Unfortunately, this item has a timeline on it that we were aware of, but we were doing our due diligence, and that timeline was extended through this Friday coming up, July 10th. So it's unfortunate that the timeline's there to not have additional months to review some of the few items that needed to be looked at, but I would hope that moving forward with a recommendation tonight, that the council consider this, that we can work next few days with getting the wording properly, that we both sides are satisfied with the cybersecurity information that we're working towards.
Is the cybersecurity the only issue?
No. There's some other issues that they've already addressed, and there's some that are still pending, that are waiting review. So we're really close, but not quite there as far as the contract goes.
So we anticipate, though, them working with us to accomplish what we need to accomplish with these open items.
Yes, they responded quite quickly to our questions that we had today, and we did have a Teams meeting to talk through those items there, but unfortunately, they didn't have the authority to work through those today to meet our timeline here of our meeting today. But I do feel confident that they will work with us to satisfy some of the concerns that we have regarding their contract.
Thank you.
And Mike, can I ask, who was on the committee that worked on this?
We had our IT director, Dan Ginn. We had town manager, Jim Gorman. We had our director of operations, Andy Hansen. We did have during the course of this, when we watched demonstrations, department heads from planning and building, and also the clerk's office that handle a lot of these daily processes to review what the demonstration was for that. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. President, I'll try a motion here. I move to approve the agreement with BS&A Software relating to an enterprise resource planning system that will automate, integrate, and manage core daily processes, and authorize the town council president to sign the agreement contingent upon finalization of the language that they provided to us in an email today at 5:14 p.m. stating that there were changes made to Section 6 and Section 12.1, Section 14.3, and Section 7.2 of the next agenda item. Those four things, I believe, are approved, and I think everything's going to go forward okay. Second contingency is there are two things that they were not able to turn around today. They've listed them in their email. They are working on them. Those two need to also be satisfactory to the committee and council for the town council here. Those things need to be finished being updated in the contract before this contract can be executed by Madam President. That's my motion.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Roll call?
Mr. Johnson?
Before we do roll call, David, is my motion satisfactory and legal?
It is, and it does.
Thank you.
Any other discussion, by the way? We have a motion, a second. Any other discussion?
No.
No other discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Connolly?
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff?
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes. Motion carries 5-0 with the contingency. Thank you. Item H, consider entering an agreement with BS&A Software for payment processing services and authorize the town council president to sign the addendum.
Can we say ditto? Because otherwise we got to go through all that again.
Ditto.
Same as above.
Same as above? There we go. Is that legal?
Well, it can be. If the contingencies are what the previous item was, you can make them legal.
Yeah. Mr. Clerk Treasurer, do you want to talk about it?
I'll talk about it, yes.
Okay, do it.
Thank you.
please.
Yeah, this item here is also like an addendum to what we just passed recently here and handles our integrated payment system. Right now, we have two different payment systems that are outside of the town, not part of our ERP program. So BSNA has the rights to add a integrated payment system to our program once we're up and running. And basically, instead of using the two different payments, Invoice Cloud or Card Connect, we would be using their processing and so forth. So, and one of the items in there was on 7.2 on the addendum that was missing a little bit of language there that wasn't clear enough to understand what was going on. They are addressing that item there with that. So with this, no fees are charged to the town. Any of these fees here are like with our other payment programs are charged optionally to the customers who use it. They have the option of using this and paying the fee, or they don't have to use it and can find other methods to make their payments to us, cash, check, or so forth. And this will allow also more enhanced customer service down the road regarding phone usage for making their payments or through the internet interfacing that way too. So, and this will also enhance, once we get it up and running on the community development side, the payment processing there for people to pay their permits and fees via the website and so forth. So it enhances what we currently have and brings us up to the 21st century, basically, is what it does. But I also recommend that in the motion that the same items that were addressed, that Mr. Johnson stated, are also included in the motion so we can clear those up and make sure we have a clean document here moving forward for Madam President to sign.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion to allow entering, approve entering into an agreement with BSNA Software for payment processing services and authorize Town Council President to sign the addendum, assuming that all of the conditions outlined in reference to item G above are approved and completed satisfactorily to the committee and Town Council attorney that were outlined in G.
Would you consider changing the word accepted to completed? I think that's the word.
And completed, yes, I will.
Thank you.
That's my motion.
A second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any further discussion? Any discussion from staff? Okay. Roll call.
Mr. Johnson,
Yes.
Mr. Conley.
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff.
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis.
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt.
Yes. Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you all.
Next item's item I is award to Klein Avenue Lane addition bid.
Thank you. Defer this to
Simstead?
Mr. Schmidt, or Mr. Simstead, sorry.
You've been called worse, Tom. We had a bid opening on July 6th for this project. This is the additional lane on the north side of US 30 southbound. And we had 2 bids received. They were higher than expected from the engineer's opinion of cost. And typically, we would recommend that the award be made on the lowest, most responsive and responsible bidder. However, there is the ability to reject the bids if the owner decides that they are unreasonable in terms of price. And following the review of the bids and speaking with contractors that either bid the project or would have bid the project, they determined that their schedules were booked for this calendar year. And based on that, the recommendation would be not to award the Klein Avenue Lane addition and rebid the project towards the end of this year into January of '27, so that we're on the front end of their schedules rather than on the back end towards the end of 26 where we currently are at right now. So that's the recommendation. If there are any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them.
One point of clarification, Mr. President. If we deny this and we rebid December, January, are we able to get this done next year?
Oh, absolutely.
So this will be a project that'll still get done next year?
Absolutely, in 27, correct.
So Neil, would you recommend in December or January to
I
back
would
out for
recommend
bid?
January only because all the contractors I know, they return 0 of my emails from about December 15th till about January 10th. And I don't know if that's me or if that's because they're generally all on vacation and getting up from the end of the year to start in the beginning of the year.
Okay.
All right, so based on Neil's recommendation, unless there's further discussion, I'd make a motion to deny and to rebid in January of 27.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. I do have a discussion question. Mr. Simstead, is this something that if we deny this, can we contact other contractors? Considering you only had 2 bids?
Yeah, we only had 2 bids, Tom. We did have 4 plan holders, and there were others that were interested that did not pick up plans. But in terms of having any other contact, it has to be in the public bid format consistent with state statute, which is what was followed here and is what would be followed in January of 27 and what's followed on every public bid project that the town does.
And my last question is, what is the timetable of the project to your estimate?
We'd be looking in the 120-day range. It's a reasonably small project. It does have a lot of impact from NDOT with the proximity to US 30 and 75th Avenue. But it's not a very large project, but it is a lot of coordination with the state agencies and the surrounding businesses as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we have a motion and a second to deny the bid that came in and to rebid it first of the year, end of the year, first of the year. Roll call, Mr. Troxel.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Conley?
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff?
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
And Mr. Schmidt?
Yes. Motion denies is 5-0. Thank you. Item J is consider variance of use to allow a drive-in establishment with drive-through lanes. This is Board of Zoning Case 26-6-25. The petitioner is Who Brew LLC, Laura Pacino, project manager, represented by engineer Mr. James Huss Jr. from DVG Team Incorporated. The location is 990 US Highway 41, which used to be Wendy's Hamburgers, and now it proposes a 7 Brew Coffee. The BZA favorable recommendation to the town council was 4-1 based upon their findings. Welcome, Mr. Huss. How you doing tonight?
Good evening. I'm well, thank you. Here with me is Laura Pacino. The request before the council tonight is quite simple. We were here before the BZA on June 26th, this past month. 7 Brew is obviously has a major expansion push in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. I'm sure you've seen stores popping up in Crown Point, soon to be Hobart. New store just opened in Maryville, and Dyer, and a few other towns that are in progress, LaPorte, Michigan City. They're targeting the location, as you just stated, at 990 US 41, which is immediately in front of Home Depot on the west side of 41. It's the site of the recently vacated Wendy's. Who Brew and 7 Brew as a brand is very interested in turning that into a vacant property back into a functioning commercial property, generating both revenue for the business and tax revenue for the town. Because this property is in the US 41 overlay district, your code is written such that the BZA and the town council, first and foremost, must authorize a drive-in business. And that's even before we go to Plan Commission. So that's what we're simply requesting for you tonight. It's not, we will still be back before Plan Commission, obviously, hopefully as soon as possible for not 1, not 2, but 3 meetings. But first and foremost, we need the town council to approve the special use to allow a drive-in business at that location. Wendy's was one, but I believe that was installed prior to the current zoning ordinance. So to bring the new business completely above board, we're here before you tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Hawes. I have one question. The present Wendy's building will be took down and a new building will be built.
Correct. This will not be a retrofit. It will be a full tear down of the building. The outer boundaries of curb will more or less stay in the same spot, but it will be a full demolition of Wendy's and a new Seven Brews prototype building at that location.
And will the drive-in be similar to the drive-in that Wendy's had? Where it kind of swings around from the west and comes to the east?
Yes, we are twisting the building, so it'll actually be a 3-sided drive-through. We have a site plan in this package that I believe Andy is trying to get to right now.
Do you remember what page it's on? Third to the last.
There you go.
Oh, of course that comes out. Okay.
Try 25 or 26.
You had it.
Yep. 26. Yep. So you see the building is going to be, it's obviously a much smaller building than Wendy's. It will be, its long axis will face US 41. It will have dual drive-through lanes. It will have a pass-through lane in the event of swag days and stuff. We intend on actually using that drive-through lane as a third lane of service. Tremendous amount of queuing on this property. I think we're at 49 on property, which is by far the most vehicles that can be stored on property of any of the locations they have or are interested in coming to in Northwest Indiana.
If that third drive-through lane is used, there's no ability to drive around? There's no pass-through then? It would be blocked?
Correct. But again, the intent of that third lane is only on Saturdays when they have a monthly special event. Vast majority of the time will only be 2 drive-through lanes, and that pass-through will be used as that.
Is this a drive-through only business?
It is, yes.
Okay.
And Mr. Huss, is there stacking, does the stacking go out into the Home Depot property?
We do not expect that to ever happen, as evidenced by if we truly stack nearly 50 vehicles on property,
That would be-
you're getting to the point where people will avoid the business, not stack out further.
Very good. Thank you.
I know there was talk about the, I guess it's southwest entrance, exit, that you guys were gonna gate.
Yes.
Why not close that off? It's just going to be a concern for people to try and start pulling in there, see a gate, and then they have to back up or whatever. I mean, I just don't want to create a
So
problem.
there actually has been conversation after.
Can
the
you
last-
speak into the mic,
Sorry.
please?
There has been conversation after the last meeting to just completely close off that entrance.
I'd love it.
Okay.
I'd love it.
Any further questions?
No, thank you.
Motion to approve variance of use to allow drive-in establishment with drive-through lanes. Board of Zoning Case 26-6-25, petitioner Hubrew LLC, location 990 US Highway 41, formerly known as Wendy's Hamburger, proposed 7 Brew Coffee. BZA favorable recommendation to the Town Council 4-1 based upon findings. Incorporating the findings and determination regarding the petition for variance of use by the BZA, and including an additional condition that the southwest entrance be closed as part of this approval.
That's your motion?
That's my motion.
All right, second.
Thank you.
We have a motion, we have a second roll call?
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Connolly?
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff?
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Next item's item K is consider a variance of use to allow relocation of an existing 10-foot by 5 times 36 off-premises advertising structure to be relocated 125 feet to the east, placed at a 0 setback on side and front yards with an overall height of 48 feet. Removal of all Lamar advertising structures, equipment, and underground apparatus, the depth of up to 2 feet at the Prozac property. Lamar is to receive an approved permit from NDOT to relocate the off-premise advertising structure from the Prozac property to the Christensen Living Trust property, which is 5050 West Lincoln Highway, Schererville, Indiana. This is Board of Zoning Case 26-6-26. The petitioner is Lamar Advertising, Sean Pettit, Real Estate Manager. Location is 5050 West Lincoln Highway, also as known as Earl's Heating and Air Conditioning. The BZA favorable recommendation to the Town Council was 5-0 based upon their findings. Welcome, Mr. Pettit.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Pettit, I'm the real estate manager for Lamar Advertising. Offices at 9900 Georgia Street, Crown Point, Indiana. Again, we're here tonight to seek a variance of use. The town has been very gracious to Lamar. We've had an outstanding long-term relationship going back to when Bob Volkman, Rob, you've been on the council, Mike, you've been on the council. We took signs down. Since the pandemic, we have not added a new sign in the town of Schererville. They have been replacement signs. We had to take one down at Ziegler Autoplex, and we put it up at Methodist Hospital. We had to take one down at Stan's Towing. We put it up at Todd Botma's at Lansing Heating and Air. This one, unfortunately, we could not reach a lease agreement on the Crosslack property. This is a business decision by Lamar. I was instructed by corporate to go to the next door neighbor and seek a long-term lease. This has to do with the leasing of the property. They wanted to do a month-to-month lease. We can't sell that board on a month-to-month basis. That is part of what we call our Schererville Rotary program. People buy boards in both Schererville and Maryville, and they rotate amongst different bulletins within the town of Schererville or the town of Maryville. This is a long-standing program for Lamar. Lamar wanted a longer-term commitment on the lease. In fact, after the BZA meeting and the vote was a recommendation positive, I reached out to the daughter. I received a text message that said, no, we're not selling an easement. We're not doing a month-to-month lease. And I told her I was going to be coming to the town council, and she wished me the best of luck. So I do have a signed lease with Ken Christensen on Earl's Heating and Air property. We would just be relocating the existing sign, as it said, 120 feet to the east.
Thank you, Mr. Pettit. Any discussion?
One question, I guess. It says placed at 0 setback on side and front yards. Where is it located currently? Are you 0 setback, or are you off of the setback?
We are, Councilman, we are probably under the old ordinance. The town of Schererville updated their sign ordinance a number of years ago, and back then I believe it was a 20-foot setback. The reason for the 0 is that's what NDOT allows us to be. We can be at a 0 setback for the state permit, the state portion, but if locals are more restrictive, we sometimes ask for the developmental variance, or in this case, a part of the use variance for the 0 setback to get it as close to the road as possible for visibility.
I guess that's my concern, is I don't want there to be, I understand it's better for you visibility-wise, but I also don't want it to be more obtrusive when you're driving down the road. This is, you know, the entrance point to Schererville from Maryville. I want it to look nice. I want it to be less obtrusive, and it's right in my neighborhood. I drive by it all the time, so I'd prefer it was further back from the road and less obtrusive. So if it's potentially available, can we go back to the 20 feet off? Is Earl's okay with that? Are you able to put it 20 feet off of the building line?
If that's a condition the council wants to impose, then obviously I would have to take it back to Earl, and if that's the favorable vote, I guess I would turn to David, and they can place any conditions they feel are necessary on the variance, and then I would have to take it back to Lamar Corporate and to the property owner and see if it still works, given the configuration. As you ladies and gentlemen know, Mr. Johnson, being in your ward, he did that building addition to Earl's Heating and Air.
Yeah.
So we've got to be cognizant of that, along with the new parking lot that he's going to be installing there.
Where is this in relation to our town sign? Isn't it, it's slightly east of there, correct?
Yeah.
That's the town, and it'll be over here.
And the proposal is to put it right there on the yellow line, right? Zero setback, that would be where it would be
In
located?
fact, I think the DVG survey is in there as a part of the petition, I think. They can call that survey up.
It's like 250 feet or something from the side.
Thank you. So you can see his new configuration of curbing in the parking lot. You've got that island, the existing island that's got a wood-build sign there. The other thing we have to be cognizant of, ladies and gentlemen, is when we locate these signs, we have to have a safety halo by OSHA standards of 17 feet up and down, side to side, basically in a circle. We have to have a safety halo for our workers to be on those signs, to be on those catwalks, which is why we position them certain ways that we do.
So based on that, there's no way to go back further, you're gonna be in their parking lot?
If that's the pleasure of the council, again, Mr. Johnson, we will reevaluate that, yes. I mean, if that's what it will take to put the board up, then I'm certain that Lamar will probably move that if that's what, you want to see. Again, I would defer to legal counsel and conditions you gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, place on it.
Isn't that an encroachment? Am I hearing 17 feet versus 0 feet? That's an encroachment? It sounds like that to me, Sean. That there's an encroachment being created by this setback, this radius setback. That is apparently an IDOT or NDOT requirement.
The NDOT requirement is a zero setback. We can be right on the US 30 right-of-way line if the locals so choose to allow that.
It doesn't look like it is, Sean. Is it on the right of way? I mean,
Not on the right of
showing
way.
the right of way.
No, it's not on the right-of-way.
Okay.
But it doesn't show how far it is off of the right-of-way there. And is that,
Right here.
I go back to that image there, Andy, please. That, whatever that is, rectangle, that's their sign currently? Is that Earl's Heating's sign?
Yes, it's a landscape, yeah, it's got.
Landscaping and
landscape
things?
blocks, yeah, and it's that wooden sign.
So you guys are just behind that?
Right, that's correct.
And they would also need landscaping.
It would also require landscaping?
Yep.
Okay. I'm not trying to plan your location or anything, but it seems like it would make sense to be in line with their sign so that you could just extend their landscaping further to the, whatever that is, to the north and make it just a larger rectangle, then you
But
got
again,
two
and
signs in there.
I don't know, Andy and Jim, if you have the ability on Street View from Google Earth Pro to show the council, there are power lines that are in there that we also have to avoid, again, with that 17-foot halo. So that's Lake County GIS. I don't know if you folks have Google Earth. I use Google Earth Pro quite a bit. You can put the guy down on the road, and it'll show you the configuration of the utility poles. That's another thing that we have, and that's where we would tap our power from, is off of those utility poles.
I'll find it. Okay.
And it works.
I understand. I mean, I have no huge problem with the move. I just want to make sure we're not making it more obtrusive to the public and passing by. So it just, do what if you can, locate it in the best spot you can for us, okay? Otherwise, I'm ready to make a motion unless there's more to discuss.
Go ahead.
Motion to approve variance of use to allow relocation of the off-premises advertising from Lamar. This is BZA case, oops, I'm not on the right one here. BZA case 26-6-26, Lamar Advertising, Sean Pettit, location 5050 West Lincoln Highway, AKA Earl's Heating and Air Conditioning. Favorable recommendation to the Town Council 5-0 based upon findings, incorporating said findings into this motion.
I'll second.
Public hearing has been held, unless you want to hear it.
Yeah, and she didn't come up for the comment portion.
I mean, I'll allow you to come up, but normally you would come up ahead of time when the comments was available for agenda items.
It was an advertised public hearing at the BZA.
And it was.
Mrs. Crosslack did speak during the BZA portion.
And we have a
As well
pending,
as, we also had a written letter from her daughter read into the record by the BZA chairman.
Sean, we're just dealing with our citizens.
yeah. I think there's a pending motion, though. Should we do a second or something
did
first?
second. I did
We
second.
Okay,
I thought it was second.
Yes.
okay. And then we can allow?
Oh, yeah, it's your gavel. It's your gavel.
I didn't hear you
Go.
mention anything, comments.
Yeah, there was an opportunity in the beginning to talk about public comment about agenda items. This was one of the agenda items. But that's okay, go ahead, you're there.
Well, good evening, gentlemen. I
Gotta talk
wanted,
into the microphone.
You have to,
There you go.
AJ.
AJ,
help
can you
her
bring
with
it
the-
down to her?
Are you given a time limit? Am I?
Also, ma'am, we do limit comment to 3 minutes, so please try and keep brief, okay?
okay. You did mention that you have your welcome to Schererville. It's right in the middle of the property. That was,
Hang on, you gotta talk into the microphone so everybody can hear it.
Would you prefer just to hold it?
the town has a sign right in the middle of the property, because you were discussing that. Where's that located? That's off. We have a 30-foot easement back off of Highway 30. And I also wanted to say, the issue of the last meeting was it's required to pull all of the concrete out of the ground. And I called the town to see if you had a specific ordinance saying a mandate that would require that, any kind of special zoning. But we have no objection if the sign gets moved. I do have another tenant to rent that location, and I am questioning the 30-foot, the requirement from one sign to the other. I don't want the new sign be blocked. Okay, and there is and let me just also point out that land was purchased in 1979 and had 2 existing signs on it. One location is where Lamar sign is. So if they put another sign up a little bit closer to the highway, is it going to block that location for my new tenant? So I'm not real happy about that sign covering my location. Now, I don't mind them moving, but if they move, we have to make sure that all of the material that they put in to hold up their sign doesn't contaminate in future uses or become a complication for the next tenant putting up their sign. So basically, that's all I needed to go over before you made your recommendation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you.
We have a,
Mr. Vice President, just a couple points of clarification for the council to keep in mind, and I don't know if David is aware of this or not. The adjoining property owner mentioned another sign. Not only does NDOT have a 0 setback, they also have a 500-foot separation between signs. Yours may be stronger, more stringent. I know ours in Maryville is more stringent, but a minimum to get an NDOT permit is 500-foot separation between off-premise advertising signs. Secondly, we talked about the foundation. It clearly states in the existing lease that we're operating under and we're paying the Crosslack family that we remove and restore the surface to its original condition. It doesn't say anything about removing the entire foundation. That would be extremely costly. We are in agreement to take down the 2 feet depth when we take the column out. That's advisable. We've already, David, contacted corporate legal counsel about the language in paragraph 5. We feel we have pretty good standing on that. So just points of clarification for you, ladies and gentlemen.
thank you.
Motion and a second.
We have a motion on the floor and we have a second. Roll call, Mr. Troxel.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Connolly?
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff?
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis? Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Mr. Schmidt?
Yes. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. Item L is consider variance of use to allow and permit an off-premise 14-foot times 28-foot double-sided digital billboard with an overall height of 44 feet. This was Border Zoning Case Number 26-6-27. The petitioners is Robertson Outdoor, Danny Marler, Real Estate and Lease Acquisition Specialist. The location was 2313 to 2321 Wicker Avenue in the East Horizon Subdivision, Lot 3. The BZA sent an unfavorable recommendation to the Town Council of 5-0. Mr. Gorman, do you have any comments on this?
I don't know if you want to listen to the petitioner first, but yeah, it did come unfavorable, mostly the location and the light emission to the subdivision, just to the east of that plaza. So that was mainly why. And in addition, there is another sign 500 feet to the north.
Welcome, Mr. Morrow.
Thank you. Thank
Please-
you, ladies and gentlemen.
Please state your
time.
name and
Yeah,
speak
it's
into the
Danny
mic.
Marler with Robinson Outdoor. I wanted to thank you for your time here this evening. As Mr. Gorman did state, in the BZA, they were unfavorable approval for that location. Robinson Outdoor is a family-owned and operated business. We're new to the territory. We have about 129 structures in the last 5 years that we've constructed in 7 different states. Robinson Outdoor is a unique company. We have a program we developed. It's called a community development program that we ascertain and we give to the communities that we serve, which is the town of Schererville as well. All of our digital billboards that we construct are connected to National Weather Service. So anytime a tornado warning is issued, it automatically cancels all the outdoor advertising. It turns into an advanced warning system, an emergency alert for all passing motorists, not just the people of this community, but the people that pass through this community. On top of that, we also, myself and my president of our company, we're both retired police officers. We wanted to do something for the emergency management systems as far as the police, fire, and EMS, any type of events that they have going on to fund or pay, to have any benefits or anything like that, as far as pancake breakfasts, shop with a cop, anything like that. That's stuff that we allow them to permit on there at any time. As you can see what's advertised on there currently, that is something we do as well for the city. the city can put anything on there that is beneficial to them, community alerts, anything like that, community events. We also are connected with we have an Amber Alert system built into our signs. We have boil water orders, stuff like that with Public Works if they were in need of anything. Road closures, especially with all the flooding that we have going on this year especially. But yes, anything that is involving the first responders or the city or anything that is at no cost to the city at all, that's something we feel it's important to the communities. Generally speaking, we join with the Chamber of Commerce, so we have a direct line of communication with the city to know what's going on in the communities and stuff like that. We are a company that monitors our phone systems 24/7. So if you call the number that's actually on the billboard itself, you will get a person to answer the phone, not a computer. So the location that we were talking about, the 2313, 2321 Wicker Avenue, also known as L Squared, Minuteman Press location. You'll see it here on the signage here. On the site plan, site drawing. The pole itself, there was actually a rendering redone where we actually put the pole up over the top. It's right behind the Minuteman Press sign, and it goes up over the top. It's stone, it's landscaped. It's got the town of Schererville down the side of the stonage. And then it's a V shape, so it eliminates any lighting going to the rear of the sign. It will be illuminated toward the north and south edges of Highway 41. Does the board have any questions?
Question for staff. Doesn't our current zoning ordinance say no new billboards?
It does. And that is why he got the variance.
And one of the other requirements, US 41, is it also 500 feet separation between billboards? Is
Yeah,
that
because
the
it's a state road as well.
state road? And the closest billboard is 500 feet to the north?
Yes.
So this would comply with that?
I don't know if it was 600 feet, state.
It's 500.
Is it
It's
500?
500?
Okay.
And so
That's
this
the
is.
reason, that is actually the reason why we moved it to that end of the parking lot, so that we wouldn't conflict with
So it
the
would
bar
be-
sign that's on the other property.
It would be 500 feet from that other
Yes,
property.
be just a little over 500 feet.
So the question is, do we want to grant a variance for another billboard, digital billboard facing north and south on 41?
Yes, sir.
And the signs are tilted or focused towards 41 slightly at an angle so that the light from those digital billboards would not be spilling to the east.
To the rear, yes, sir.
Well, this is nothing personal,
Absolutely, sir.
but unfortunately, we do have an ordinance in place, and my feeling is if we do allow you to do that, sir, we're probably opening up a can of worms.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
You know, if you let one do it, then you have to let everybody do it.
Yes, sir. I concur.
Yeah.
Sean Pettit would be back up here for 5 more digital billboards on US 41.
Only 5?
I'm sure of it. At least 5.
So I do have a question for the council, if at all possible, if the
Sure.
attorney will permit it. So are your main concerns for the city the digital aspect of the signage, or is it more so just the signs in general?
Like the signs in general.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to clarify that, because when we were in the BZA, the chairman at that time, he had told me if I found a different location, they would look into it more so as far as that. Just the site itself is what was of concern to them, not the sign structure itself.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to get some clarification on that. I mean, if you dime me and
appreciate
then
it.
recommend that I go somewhere else, I just wanted some clarification on that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So with that being said, I'd like to make a motion to deny.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second to deny. Roll call, Mr. Troxel?
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Connolly?
Yes?
Mr. Getzloff?
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes. Motion carries 5-0.
Mr. Attorney, sorry, that motion should have incorporated BZA's unfavorable recommendation.
It can do that,
Doesn't need to?
does not need to.
Okay, leave it alone then.
Next item, item M, is consider variance of use to allow a drive-through lane within the US 41 Commercial Corridor Overlay District. Board of Zoning Case 26-6-28. Petitioner, Black Mountain Soda LLC, Darren LeBlanc and Randy Hallman. Location is 1906 US 41, Suite D. Used to be the Starbucks on Route 40, and it's proposed Swig Soda. BZA favorable recommendation to the town council for 5-0 based upon findings. Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Randy Hallam. This is Darren LeBlanc, owners of Black Mountain Soda. We are asking for the variance. We received favorable recommendation from BZA, and now we're just asking town council to approve to allow us to put the drive-through in where the existing Starbucks was. We won't be changing anything. It's all existing structure, interior, exterior. Nothing will change. So, and the drive-through lanes continue to allow us to stack, upwards of 40 cars off the street, and we don't anticipate it taking us on the corridor. So,
And just, the drive-through already exists.
it does.
And there's no structural change to the building at all?
None.
And do you guys ever stack that many cars, 40 cars?
Yes, we have.
You will get that busy?
Potentially, yes.
Well,
On a grand opening, that's when you have the crazy days. On a standard everyday business, you will probably have 10 to 15 cars in line at any given point in time. Rarely do you go above that unless it's a special deal that's going on. Free drink days always bring lots of drivers.
and that drawing right there, I'm counting, it looks to me like it's 9. Did I count that right?
I believe 9 that goes
On that
parallel to
road
the
there?
building. And then
And it
you've
gets
got-
out into the parking area.
There's a curb that goes all the way back there. It's already existing, it put in place from Starbucks.
Right, I just want to make sure am I counting that right? 1, 2,
Yes.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 in your drive-through, and then beyond that, it'll be out into the parking area.
Yes, on the back side of parking area, and that is designed with signs as well, dictating where traffic flow goes.
And you anticipate having 9 to 10
Yes.
during business
Yes.
continue
Yes.
pretty constantly?
Yes.
Well, I'm a little concerned. I mean, those are businesses that have customers next to you, and they're going to need to be able to get in and out of their parking spaces. I sure don't want you to overflow.
So as you can see on the front side, the frontage, that's strictly an exit only that goes out north and then out to the street. That's exit only. There's parking in the back and there's parking in the front, and there's entrance from the back, we won't be blocking, and there's exit on the side of the building as well. So there's plenty of room for the existing customers to go to that. We won't be utilizing but 2 parking stalls from the front, strictly for DoorDash drivers to pick up their deliveries. Our employees will stay in the back. So the existing parking lot, if you go there on any given day that I've been here, their front, there's always 4 or 5 still available even during their busy time. So, and the front side, and they still have all of the back parking available.
Mr. Attorney, are we allowed to grant a variance for a drive-through and have a review period?
Yes.
So, I mean, we could say this is like a contingent on there not being a traffic problem. essentially.
Correct.
And if there's no traffic problem, then it becomes permanent?
Does.
Okay.
But I would recommend that you reschedule this petitioner to come back to a council meeting that month and review it with you.
I mean, I don't know
Get
what
a
you
report
guys,
from-
do you guys think that's appropriate? I mean, I'm just concerned, I don't want to have them out there with 20 cars stacked into the parking spaces area.
But actually, that's not really in the parking area, it's right against the curb there.
It's not.
I mean, there was a Starbucks there previously, Mr. Gorman.
Yes, when the Starbucks was there, the stacking along the curb on the west side, we'll call it the light yellow rectangles, those were part of their stacking. That area was part of the approvals with Starbucks, when Starbucks was approved, and
It doesn't really, from what I can see, it doesn't really affect the parking lot.
right,
Well, there's an entire row of parking that won't be accessible if there's cars parked there.
yeah, the second lighter yellow, yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't have that, Starbucks did not have that.
What is your average time per car?
It depends. The overall time from the time an order is taken to the time they've exited
Yes.
is anywhere from 2.5 minutes on the super fast side to 5 or 6 minutes and they're gone. At the window, once they've placed their order, by the time they get to the window, pick it up and leave, 45 seconds and they're moving on. So we will run 80, we can physically run 80 to 90 cars an hour through this line with ease. So when we say that we have the capabilities of putting 40 cars, we don't anticipate that. That's crazy day. Normal 20 cars in line, we're easily staying ahead of 20 cars in a line because we can do 80 and not be backed up. So with 20 cars in a line at one time, if you cycle that through in the math, we're going to be 65 to 80 cars with just 20, that 10 to 15 in line at any time. We can still hit 80 with that running. So
Let me add as well that we have 5 locations that are operating. The first store is going on 2 years, and we have these all in Indianapolis. We're in the Carmel area and the Greenwood area. There's high traffic areas, as heavily trafficked as this highway is that we're on. So we've experienced high flow, and our teams are trained for that. It's a very simple operation on the inside to get those cars moving very quickly. So we do have vast experience at that.
And your experience there is 10 to 15 cars in line at any given moment?
On average, yes.
On average?
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to bring them right out into the parking.
Caleb, you could consider this, if you decided to bring back the petitioner to review this with you as conditional or probationary or review, you may impose those kinds of conditions, given the public safety concerns.
Yeah, I mean, I think from a business standpoint, how do you guys handle that? You know, like, if we give you a contingent approval that says you got to come back and you may not be able to get this drive-through, then your business is out of business.
yeah,
right?
we would, because we have to sign a lease.
Yeah.
And we get a contingent and then all of a sudden we can't do it. That wouldn't work. But when we look at what the existing stack line was designed for, you've got 20 to 25 cars just in that existing that was approved. Way we put the other cars on there, or put them in a different color, was to try and show you that on a crazy day, we can still keep cars off of the 41, which is the goal. But we don't anticipate every day, all day long, being in that zone. You can still access all the parking, even though, yes, you may lose the abilities to back out of one spot. We can have our employees park there, and that doesn't eliminate any parking for the tenants that go to the other locations. So we're not losing any parking for existing customers of the adjoining businesses.
If you look as well, the bright yellow ad gives you about 25 cars without it affecting the parking at all. So we've witnessed, experienced that grand opening kind of thing where it does affect the parking, but it's short term.
Yeah.
It's literally, our grand opening is for 2 days, so.
And are you going to have, like Seven Brew, I remember at their petition, they had parking attendants, basically, people
Yes.
out there directing traffic to, when it's busy, of course. Obviously, on the day-to-day, when there's only 5 people in line, you don't have to have people out there, but
That's correct. Yeah,
on a busier day.
The first store to market was in Greenwood, and we actually hired a couple of sheriffs to help in the parking lot for traffic control. We didn't end up needing that in the second through the 5th store because we had our own personnel that we trained after seeing how the police were able to handle that.
And this, I've never been to the Starbucks, I don't drink coffee, but is there signage to show that, and people that are coming there, are they going to know to stack where those bright yellow boxes are?
Yeah, it's very, very clear with the signage that we'll have. We're using the same posts that Starbucks had for directional controls. We're using those and putting our own lit signs in those same locations.
Okay.
I thought as well, Mr. Johnson, that part of the condition for Starbucks was that they painted drive-through markings on the pavement.
Is that still present, or does it need to be refreshed?
Sure. Is that still-
We'll check to see if it needs to be refreshed because we like fresh, bright lines. We just did our parking lots in Indy with fresh, bright lines for that very reason. We feel it's very important to not have chaos out there with the cars and do everything we can to avoid that.
Is that something we need to make a contingency, or is that something building department will just
Yeah, we can,
make sure they do as
Yeah.
part of getting a
I'm
building
almost
permit?
positive they're out there,
Okay.
or they need to be refreshed. That's an old picture.
I have no further questions, thank you.
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you.
Do we sit down?
Mr. President, motion to approve variance of use to allow drive-through lane within the US 41 Commercial Corridor Overlay District, Board of Zoning Appeals case 26-6-28, Black Mountain Soda, LLC, location 1906 US Highway 41, Suite D, formerly known as Starbucks. BZA favorable recommendation to Town Council 5-0 based upon findings and incorporating their findings of fact.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Conley?
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff?
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes. Thank you. Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you, good luck.
Good luck. Item N is consider variance to use to allow an outdoor permanent pop-up attraction within the US 30 Commercial Corridor Overlay District. It's Board of Zoning Case 26-6-29. The petitioner is Coffee Cabin LLC, Jeff Conti, owner. Location is 350 West Lincoln Highway. Doing it's Coffee Cabin. BZA favorable recommendation to the Town Council 5-0 based upon findings. Good evening, Mr. Conti. How are you?
Hello, everybody. My name is Jeff Conti. I'm the owner of Coffee Cabin. And we're here, as you mentioned, we received an enthusiastic approval from the BZA, and we're here hoping to receive Town Council approval to expand our outdoor seating area to the west of our building. It's about an 8,000 square foot area. It's part of our lawn. And we're putting in something pretty innovative. I've never quite seen anything like this before. It's kind of comes from my brain, so it's pretty unique. We don't know 100% what to expect, but we think it will help us remain competitive with the onslaught of coffee shops that have invaded the Tri-Town area. And a lot of our customers like to sit outside, despite the fact that we're right on US 30. We're set back far enough that it's somewhat of a park setting back there, and people enjoy that. And we're going to expand on that with this. And what this is this is a little town square. It's very much like a stage set, only it's full-scale buildings. They're only 4 feet deep, but they're Tudor style, like a Tudor style village. Story and a half buildings, roughly. You can see the clock tower is a little taller. But the idea is we will offer hundreds of special effects, lighting and sounds, and a lot of interactive activities for families, as well as puzzles and games and that kind of thing. It'll be themed throughout the year. We'll probably close down January through mid-April because it's obviously just too cold to be outside. But the main seasons will be, the most popular seasons anyway, will be Halloween, fall Halloween, and through Christmas, because we can decorate everything, as you can see in one of the drawings there, or one of the renditions there. We can decorate them with all kinds of new special effects all the time. When I say special effects, what I mean by that is, somebody one of the children might push a button, pull a lever, step on a stone, that kind of thing, and trigger some lights to change on one of the buildings, or or a sound, or something, a little door to open up in one of the buildings, and something like an elf or a bat, depending on the season, to kind of come out and go back in. So it's basically just it's a family attraction, and again, it's very unique, but we don't know quite what to expect, but we believe it will help our business. It'll operate, we'll open up at noon each day, on the weekends probably a little earlier, and we'll extend our hours. Right now we close at 6 o'clock at the coffee cabin every night. We plan, because there's a lot of lights on this, it will be more popular in the evening, so we'll extend our hours Sunday through Thursday to 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock on Friday and Saturday. Again, mainly during the busy seasons, during the fall and holidays season. And yeah, that's pretty much it. As far as the only concern that we anticipate you'll have is parking. We are part of the PUD, and the Helix Eye Care, who we lease the land from, they're obviously closed on all the hours we'll be operating our main hours. And so all those parking spaces, I think there are over 600 parking spaces in that shopping center. We have 26 on our site, which we'll be restriping, but we don't anticipate, it'd be a great problem to have, but we don't anticipate being nearly that busy. Maybe during the last week before Christmas, we may see 100 people at peak hour or something like that, and we're just basing that on, it's just random guess, honestly. It's based on some other experiences that we've seen as we toured the country looking for unique attractions. We just don't know what to expect, but we expect we'll get some pretty good publicity from this because it is pretty unique.
Are you going to have outdoor seating as part of this?
We will have some outdoor. Well, we already have some tables out there, but we'll expand some seating, and yeah, because
I
obviously,
just mean with this possible addition here, would they add seating to where these structures are going to go?
yeah, there'll be benches. So right now we have 4 picnic tables. There'll be benches located throughout, trash containers, that kind of thing, so that obviously we want to make it comfortable for people to stick around a little while. And so we're going to add seating wherever we can.
So when you are driving west on 30, and we're coming up, what are we going to see? I mean, I saw a photo of some painted backings. Is that what we're going to see from Route 30?
Oh, so there'll be a 6-foot fence. Right now, the fence, as you can see, is only 2 feet because it's brought down just so that it's basically a cutaway. So it's a 6-foot fence. So you'll see the cabin first, our existing cabin, and then you'll see a fence, basically, that fences in, because obviously we're on US 30, so we can't have children running in the street. Last year we applied for a pop-up. We were only, in that case, we were putting in a maze and some other things, so we were only gonna be 20 feet off of US 30 for the temporary one. This one obviously is set back 45 feet. It's out of the US 30 and Reed Lane right-of-ways. And so we're set back quite a bit. But what you'll see is you'll see the tower, you'll see the cabin, and you'll see the clock tower as you're passing it. The rest of it's kind of in line with US 30, so everything will kind of be lost behind the tower until you pass it. And then you'll see basically a fence, and beyond the fence, you'll see the stores. Because basically what's happening is, on the stores that run parallel with US 30, they're back to back. So there might be a toy store on our side, basically the courtyard side, and on the US 30 side, the same shop might be a bakery, for instance. And so the idea there is that they're decorated in such a way that the windows are filled with dioramas, puzzles, things like that. So as people are walking past them on the sidewalk, we haven't figured out what we're going to do for a sidewalk. We're going to talk to the building department about that so far. But as they're walking down the sidewalk in front of the buildings, they'll be able to peer into the windows and see animations and, again, games, see and say kind of things, just rotating games and attractions, things that people will want to find interesting, we think. So as you come down US 30, what you'll see is you'll see the clock tower first, and then you'll see 5 shops beyond the clock tower. And again, they're just 4 feet deep. It's basically a fancy fence, as I explained to the BZA. It's 4 feet deep so that they can house the electrical for the components, you know, the motions, activities, anything that's inside the structures.
But they're a story and a half tall.
Yeah.
Are they finished on the US 30 and Reed Lane sign, like finished stores? Because the images that we have don't show a finished store. They just show like a back of a.
So right there you can see the
blank.
US 30 side on the bottom left picture, those are finished. On the other side, because we're so close to Reed Lane, we didn't finish those, but we could, but it's outside the fenced area. So there's 3 structures the 3 structures on Reed Lane just had, they were finished, of course, but they don't have windows and doors and that kind of thing.
And Jeff, you're not planning on doing any type of construction to your coffee building, or?
No.
It stays like it is?
It does, yes. So basically, the existing coffee cabin is being used almost as a storefront. It'll obviously serve coffee and all the things that we serve, but the other stores will be basically facades. They'll be modeled with different signage depending on the theme of in a season and all those things. But for all intents and purposes, it'll be a courtyard, like an old town square courtyard.
Mm-hmm.
And are all these pieces and that already pre-painted? I mean, what's your maintenance on this kind of stuff?
Well, it's because unfortunately, we're kind of at a late time. So this is all post and beam framing. So basically, the structure is just, it's actually authentic to what it would be, except for that we're not using clay and those kinds of things as the mud. We'll be using, traditional, products in terms of the painting and all those things. But it'll have, as you can see, it'll have all the batten boards. It'll all be wood, treated and stained wood with mostly lighter colored buildings. And those will basically be paint that's meant to simulate they call it daubing, I think is what they call it in the old world, but basically it's almost like a stucco type of look. And those, we'll be using paint to simulate that over plywood. So it'll be easy to keep, it'll be easy to maintain.
I have a question. Did you say there was a fee for people to come in and use this interactive area?
Yeah, we think we're going to. We're still trying to determine that. So what we'll have is we'll have some days of the week where it's free or for the first part of the day, and then we'll charge later in the day. But obviously we would like to recover some of our investment, and it'll be a nominal fee though, something small, $5 or $6, per person, something like that.
I don't have any problem with it, other than the west side facing Reed Lane, I think should be finished the same as everything else, so that it has a finished building appearance. I personally, I just think it would look better for people driving by. And from an advertising standpoint, they know what they're looking at.
I'd prefer to do that, honestly. I just thought there might be an issue from the town. So, I mean, we were obviously going to finish it, but we weren't going to put windows and doors and that kind of thing in. But I would love to be able to finish it. I mean, they'll be secure. Most of those doors and windows actually don't work, obviously. There are special windows that we can open up and change out the decorations on the inside of the windows. A few of the doors will work so I can get access inside, obviously. We would just make sure that everything on the Reed Lane side is not operable.
And if you were to get approval, would you be up and running by Christmas time of this year, or?
I hope to be, yes. I hope to be open by fall, actually. Okay. So what I'm doing right now, I was rushing Denise a little bit. I know I was probably driving her nuts, but I was trying to go in front of the Plan Commission on Monday so I could come to this meeting and be 1 month ahead in terms of because I think right now September 14th is as soon as I can get open, and so I'm pre-building everything in kits, basically off-site. So it's very much like building a barn. Every one of those buildings is a bent, as they call it, in a barn sense, meaning that it's I'm not doing the old world craftsman kind of thing, where it's all mortise and tenon and joinery, but the vents actually are in a kit, will be in a kit form, so I can get open a little sooner. I'm not sure how long it's gonna take, frankly, but we are going to be open for Christmas for certain. I'd hope to be open for Halloween, at least part of it, a couple weeks before.
Very good. Any other questions for,
I guess for staff, I have one clarification. I just want to make sure I understand. This is a variance of use to allow an outdoor permanent pop-up attraction. I mean, I understand what that means. Why is it not allowed?
Because it's not listed as an allowed use, so that's the only reason you need a variance for it.
So because this is not a functioning building,
Correct.
it's an attraction?
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
listed as an allowed use.
Okay.
And one point of clarification, I think Denise used the word pop-up from last year's application. A pop-up was obviously temporary, this is permanent, so those two things kind of collide, but I just want to make sure we're clear on that.
Yeah,
This is
it's
obviously
an
a permanent
oxymoron.
attraction. We'll deal with the building department in terms of what they want to see, but for the most part, they're simply posts going into the ground, cemented into the ground. We did talk to the BZA. Even though we're set further off of 30, and we've never had anybody run into our lawn, the police department, the fire department will be happy to know that we're going to put ballards inside the fence, so to protect the west side. So if anybody was to go off the road and come way off the road, they'll not come through that fence.
Okay.
So they'll be hidden inside the fence,
very
basically.
good.
Mr. Gorman?
I guess I have a question. If it doesn't work out, because you said you don't know what to expect. So if it doesn't work out, what happens to these 4-foot deep buildings?
Well, I could remove them if I had to, very easily, but I do expect to be successful, put it that way. I don't know what to expect in terms of how big the crowds are going to be. My wife and I attended something, coincidentally, somewhat similar. It was a gentleman in Tinley Park who, he popped up on WGN News, and this gentleman built some pretty elaborate, but they're smaller. They're more like your little town here, safety town, where they were 3/4 size, and he only built like 4 or 5 of these, and he put them in his driveway. And it was, and he decorated them up. He did a really good job, but he was just in his driveway. And so we went there on a Sunday evening, and there were probably 300 people there checking this out. And so we know at Christmas time it's going to be very popular because it's very different. People are going to want to see something like this, and it's going to be somewhat of a spectacle, and we think it's going to be well received. But I'm not worried about it being something that's going to, it doesn't cost us much to operate it, obviously. We only need 40 amps of power when we already have the 40 amps. And so we don't anticipate any real cost other than maintenance. So I think we're going to be fine to cover our costs. Our break even on it's something like 8%.
Okay, I guess my concern is, you lease the property, and if something happens,
Right.
Unfortunately, what happens to these buildings? Are you taking them with you?
Yes.
I mean, you don't own the property, so you're leasing the property. Does it become
We've already amended the lease. We have a 30-year lease. We already amended the lease to include this. So that is, even our main building is a modular building. When I was building homes, I built a number of them here in Schererville. They were high-end modular homes. And so I'm kind of used to the modular part of everything. Basically, I can move almost anything. In this case, we not only have an agreement in our lease to purchase the land should Helix sell it. Helix would like to sell us the land. The problem is it's tied to their mortgage, and it would complicate things with their bank. But we have a first right of refusal, and we have a contract to purchase. As soon as we can purchase, we'd like to do that. But if we had to leave, it'd be easy. It'd be easier than removing a deck. It'd be similar to removing a fence. In fact, we only have 4x4 posts going into the ground. We'll have about 36 of them going into the ground, all told. But obviously, those would be pretty easy. And as anybody knows from that area, we're basically on beach sand, 4 inches under the soil. It's about the easiest dirt we've ever dug in, so it'd be very easy to remove. So, and our agreement right now says if something was to happen and we were to lose our lease, we would return it to dressed dirt, the entire site.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Sure.
Any other questions?
Nope, thank you.
Pleasure of the board.
Motion to approve variance of use to allow outdoor permanent pop-up attraction within the US 30 Commercial Corridor Overlay District, Board of Zoning Appeals 26-6-29. Petitioner Coffee Cabin LLC, Jeff Conti, location 350 West Lincoln Highway, BZA, favorable recommendation to Town Council, 5-0 based upon findings incorporating those findings and conclusions. And including the condition that the west side of the 3 buildings or 4 buildings, whatever it is, there along Reed Lane are similarly finished to the north or to the south side, like the south side.
So we also have one, as you can see, the one store that's adjacent to Coffee Cabin. That one also didn't have a finished face, but I would like to finish it, so I'll finish that one as well.
I'd like them all finished, all
Just to
directions.
be clear, that you can see the one that
I
runs
see it.
along the
Yeah.
facade.
Okay.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion, we have a second. Roll call.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Conley?
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff?
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes. Thank you. Motion carries 5-0.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Next item is item O, is consider acceptance of donations of $5,379.17. Mr. Troxel.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. These donations were accepted through the month of June to the town hall offices. There were $91 of in-kind donations, including the Oak House 4 drinks and 2 sandwiches, and a CDO group / Raising Cane Project 2 dozen donuts and a container of Dunkin' coffee. To animal control, there were, all of these are in-kind donations. Paul donated some milk bones, Brittany kitten food. Anonymous was donated towels and blankets, kitten and cat food and toys, dog toys, grooming kits, bowls, dog treats, and food. Becky donated dog food and anonymously received some more towels and sheets. Total in-kind donations for the animal control was $1,825. Previously to Town Hall, the in-kind donations were $91. Also to animal control, there were some monetary donations from Margaret Sabo, $100. Neil Saboff, shelter remodel, $100. Rose and Stephen Edmond, shelter remodel, $20. Margaret Bellis, remodel for the shelter was $50, and Melanie Christie donated $20 towards the Schererville, the shelter remodel. Total monetary donations to the animal control remodel was $290. To the Willow Fund, the Schererville Police Department donated $147.05, and Joy Seal Whitebrick for the Schererville Police Department donated $20, a total of $167.05 to the Willow Fund. National Night Out, the Rosewood Inn donated $50, Allen Landscaping $50, Enterprise Network Group of Indiana LLC $250, Yingling Cleaners $20, Thomas Daniel and Company $100, CSK Architect donated $500, and Macaulay Real Estate $100, Absolute Construction $100, Ron the Clock $100, DC Jones Engineering $150, Caleb S. Johnson Law LLC $100, Ogden Welding Systems Inc. $100, and Silvio Giannini Cement Work Inc. $50. Total National Night Out donations are $1,670. To the Police Patrol Donation Fund, Home Depot donated a full roll of carpet, in-kind value $384.12. St. Michael's Church, approximately 2 dozen Danish from Calumet Bakery, that value was $42. And Georgette Depew, 5 pounds of bags of gummies, in-kind donation was $10. Total in-kind donations for the Police Patrol Department was $436.12. Parks received donations from Ogden Welding Systems, a community sponsorship of $150. Joseph Oro's Jr. Agency sponsorship, $750 to the parks. Total park donations for the month, $900. Recapping for the month of June, total in-kind donations, $2,352.12. Total monetary donations, $3,027.05, for a grand total of $5,379.17. Thank you, very, very generous of our community to donate.
Very generous. Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second on donations. Roll call?
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Connolly?
Yes.
Mr. Getzloff?
Yes.
Mrs. Arvanitis?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes. Thank you. Motion carries 5-0. At this time, I'll open business from the floor. Is there any business from the floor?
Good evening. My name is Jacob Thornton, President, IFF Local 4279. First, thank you guys for approving that incentive pay. That is incredible. I agree it does need some amendment, but that's a conversation that we're more than happy to have with you guys. At the June 9th, 2026 meeting, the Schererville Town Council voted 4-1 to adopt a resolution supporting the members of the United Steelworkers Local 7-1 and urging British Petroleum to return to the bargaining table for negotiations in good faith. As fellow union members, IAFF Local 4279 proudly stands in solidarity with the men and women of USW Local 7-1 and commends the council for recognizing the importance of experienced professionals, workplace safety, and good faith collective bargaining. The principles contained in that resolution also resonate with the firefighters and paramedics of Schererville. The resolution recognizes that experienced, trained professionals are essential to maintaining safe operations and that local governments have the responsibility to support the health and safety and welfare of the residents and employees. Section 3 further urges good faith bargaining toward a fair agreement that protects the workers' rights and supports long-term safety and stability. For 23 years, Schererville firefighters have proudly served the community without a collective bargaining agreement. During that time, IFF Local 4279 has repeatedly requested opportunities to negotiate and has submitted draft contract proposals. Those proposals have never been about higher wages, they have been about higher standards. Their focus has been to create a safer and more sustainable working environment, strengthening recruitment and retention, and ensuring that Schererville can continue attracting and retaining highly qualified firefighters and paramedics. That commitment reflects the same principles recognized in Section 4 of the Council's resolution that experienced, trained professionals are essential to maintaining safe operations. The same principle applies to public safety. Building and retaining a full-time workforce that meets rigorous hiring certifications, evaluations, and training standards is fundamental to providing consistent emergency services and protecting the long-term safety of our community. Despite staffing challenges, our members continue to deliver exceptional service. In June alone, the department averaged more than 12 calls for service, with multiple days exceeding 20 calls in a 24-hour period. 3 Schererville firefighter paramedics were recognized as Clinicians of the Month by the University of Chicago for helping save the life of a critically injured trauma patient, and another member was named the 2026 Franciscan Healthcare Crown Point EMS Paramedic of the Year. Our commitment extends beyond emergency response. This year, IFF Local 4279 invested more than $2,000 in Schererville Parks and Recreation sponsorships and continues its work through the Schererville Fire and Safety Education Foundation by providing CPR, first aid, and fall prevention education for the members of our community. The firefighters and paramedics of Schererville remain committed to serving the community with professionalism and pride. We respectfully ask the town administration and town council to continue working with Schererville Firefighters Union Local 4279 toward a collective bargaining agreement. We believe experienced, well-trained professionals, a stable workforce, and a continued focus on public safety are essential for protecting the residents of Schererville, not just for today, but for generations to come. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Jacob.
Good evening, Council. My name is Stephen Minchuk. I'm a president of the Northern Indiana Area Labor Federation, where I represent over 50 different unions across Northwest Indiana and over 30,000 union members across Northwest Indiana. One of those being the Schererville Fire Department. I commend you guys. Thank you for passing the resolution backing our brothers and sisters with USW 7-1. Our public safety is the backbone of every community, whether it's here in Schererville, Maryville, etc. They need a contract. They need to be locked in. They deserve the rights that when you sign a contract with a business, they deserve the same things. They're the backbone. You cannot attract businesses. You can't keep a community going without taking care of your public safety first. So we strongly urge you, and we 100% back the Schererville Fire Department in a collective bargaining agreement. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Finch.
Good evening, council members. My name is Brian Sons. I'm the president of Hobart Professional Firefighters Local 1641. I find it difficult to understand how this council can publicly support for collective bargaining for workers while refusing to provide the same respect to the firefighters who serve your own community. That's called political theater. It's easy to stand behind a resolution when it costs you nothing. It's clearly much harder to sit down, negotiate in good faith, and reach a fair agreement with the people who answer your residents' worst days. You cannot claim to support labor in principle while denying it in practice. Solidarity that only extends beyond your own town limits isn't solidarity, it's symbolism. Your firefighters are watching. The town should show the same commitment to its own employees that it made a resolution about expecting from others. If you truly believe every worker deserves a fair contract, then prove it. Start with your own firefighters, because all those qualified people that you're looking for, they're watching. Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you, Mr. Sons. Any other comments from the floor?
Hello, gentlemen. My name is Joe Algazzini. I live in Schererville, Indiana. And I met with Council Member Tom Schmidt 12 days ago at 10 a.m., Friday, June 26th of this year, regarding NIPSCO power outages. But before continuing, I'd like to do the same thing now that I did with Tom. I'm not your average citizen. January 21st, 2010, I received a thank you from the Congress of the United States of America for helping Northwest Indiana secure a $177 million amount of money from the federal government. I also did this back in June of 1981 with Lansing, Illinois. So I have an expertise in flood, not with electricity and power, but I'd like to continue. Okay, at that meeting with Mr. Schmidt, I provided him with a 4-page detailed outline that probably outlined every possible problem that NIPSCO is currently experiencing. So Tom has a copy. We went over this for 50 minutes. So my first question, has this been discussed?
No, we haven't had a discussion about it.
Okay, fine. Are you planning on discussing it?
Yes, due to conflicts and schedules and stuff, we haven't had any discussion.
I understand that. Since I don't have any conflicts with schedules and so on and so forth, since that meeting, I have been in direct contact with NIPSCO Engineering. And we've been going over the following 3 power outages. December 4th, 2024, hour and a half. April 27th, 2026, 4 hours. And June 11th of this year, 19 hours. The NIPSCO engineer and myself, what we're doing, and I'm retired, but I help Northwest Indiana and Illinois with flood. I want to try to help homeowners in Schererville, Indiana, with power outages. So what we've been doing is that we are trying to identify or pinpoint using NIPSCO's electrical grid, and I provided all that information for Tom. I understand it. And what we're trying to do is identify the problems. We've got them down to 2 generators already. One over on 83rd and the other one, I have it written down at home. And what we're trying to do is either correct the problems or reduce these problems. Reduce a 4-hour outage from 4 hours to 2, reduce a 19-hour power outage to 8 hours to 6 hours to 4 hours. I don't know how many people back here were without electricity, but in my neighborhood, everybody was out for 19 hours. So in reality, what I'm trying to do is help thousands of hardworking Schererville, Indiana taxpayers. I don't mind helping you, but the bottom line is you guys have so much more weight, you carry so much more weight and authority than I do. So as I mentioned to Tom 12 days ago, he has my number. I've got a lot of more information than what I had with Tom because I just keep going until I can't go any further. That's all I can say. It's up to you guys. I don't know if anybody here lives in Schererville. It's a pain when it's off 19 hours and your backup battery's about ready to go and you got to get your friend to come in with a generator. I'd like to be helpful, and I don't want to talk forever. Tom knows I don't shut up. You have any questions for me? I'm not here to hurt anybody. I just want to get this reduced. And the funny thing, NIPSCO wants to do it too. I'm trying to bring everybody together and get it done. That's all I can tell you. Any questions? You got my number, right, Tom?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have the staff.
And I have a lot more for you because I'm pinpointing where the problems are. Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Is there any other business from the floor? Any other business from the floor? This meeting's adjourned. Thank you.